music from today can go with any 80s song? 80s on 8.
Hey guys, I'm here. I had to fix the stream, set it up, hop into my chair, and let's begin. Good morning. Let me pull you up here so I can see you guys in the chat. Pretty excited about Maduro getting captured by Trump. Venezuela liberated by the United States of America. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning for freedom. I hope you guys are feeling it. I hope you guys are proud. Proud of our president. There's nothing that we can't do. No, we're not back to Firefox. We're streaming straight from YouTube and my iPhone. That's why the picture looks nice. So I'm going to leave the camera on. I'm just going to draw. I'm going to try to do this every day, guys. It's going to take me a while to adjust to the idea of having an audience, but you know, while I draw, I like to have privacy and stuff like that, but I'm getting used to it, you know. And thank you, Bar Stewart. Thanks for the super chat. Dougie P says a little late, but Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Doug. Thanks for the super chats this morning. That's very kind. We're getting Rainbow the Brute underway. Gotta get this thing finished. And okay, let me see here. Using pages as reference. This is the same music they were playing yesterday. Same song. Or the last time we did a draw stream. YouTube is very kind that they haven't yet anyway shut down a live stream because of music I'm playing, which I appreciate. How are you guys feeling? Well, it says, got any writing done for Davidi? No. You guys, I haven't, but David's been paid ahead. So just so that you guys know, he actually owes me pages, which haven't been written yet. So, you know, he's not waiting to get paid based on pages. Not in that way, anyway. I try to take care of my artists so that they're paid, like, in advance if they need it. And especially if I know that, like, I'm stuck on something, I'll make sure that they're paid. I have given, like, no thought to Fearsome because I'm focused on Heather Swain, I'm focused on Rainbow the Brute, and Cyberfrog 3. And then at the same time, I'm thinking about my John Malin cover for Black Riding Hood too. So my thoughts, my creative thoughts are kind of all over the place. I got to get something finished so that I can settle in and do Fearsome. I did finish my cover for Fearsome. So all the covers are completed now. I think next month we're going to begin closing out some of these campaigns. And that'll be nice. It'll be nice to just close out of Indiegogo, get all that stuff finished. And then try to decide what we're going to do next. Yanzi was kind enough to offer to make me my own crowdfunding platform. And I'm probably going to take her up on that. It's not too expensive. But I shouldn't say that. I don't want everybody running to Yanzi to make platforms. It's very expensive, guys. It's very expensive. I would just like it to be exactly like Indiegogo was. I got Brighton fulfilling things on the new Indiegogo. It took him a second, but he's got it. He's got it figured out. So we're back to fulfilling. But we got a lot of money going out and not a lot of money coming in right now. So for the past 2 months. So we got to make some income. Money going out all the time. Paying everybody except ourselves. And that's business. That's how business is. Hello. Wow, we got a lot of good people here. Hello, folks. Yeah, server maintenance is a recurring expense. Yeah, we're aware. We know it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in 2026. But I mean, just being frank, I talked to Shane about this. He's like, "You doing okay?" I'm like, "I had a really rough 2025, suffering in silence over everything. I'm very stressed out. But I feel like drawing now. I'm very excited about doing some Cyberfrog stuff, especially." My first priority is always got to be my family. And I think everything's okay. I'm settled in. I spent a year thinking I was going to lose my wife imminently. And that was tremendously depressing. But I think it's just Parkinson's is just something that we live with now. It just is. Just is. It's going to get worse, but maybe slowly. And we'll be okay. We'll be together. So I like the idea of this just being something that we manage. Kind of psychically, that's something I can cope with. I started this page the other day and then put it down to go work on some more Cyberfrog. Picking it back up again. Let's get this page wrapped up today. In this page, we just here we go. We got what's his name here? Shiro Pocket meeting Rainbow, meeting his father, and basically saying, if you don't want to do what needs to be done here, there's a mission that needs to be done. Rainbow doesn't want to do it. He's just like, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm man enough to do it. And Rainbow's just like, whoa. So this is the rest of that conversation. A hero has to sort of initially decline his mission, I think. And the idea that his son, who is kind of a femboy, is going to go out there and fight the enemy that needs to be fought here. Rainbow can't let him do that on his own. So that's all it takes for him to decide to do what needs to be done. That's the story that we're working on right here. Rainbow's kind of like, I don't think this kid can handle it, and I don't think he realizes he can't handle it. Darren Wagner says, Demifoot launches in 2 weeks. Sign up, fund my comic. Woo! Excuse me. CVS sells Pokemon cards, Pieman, says Dean Shock 312. Well, I got to know a little bit more about these Pokemon cards because I'm not really sure which ones to get. I was surprised that there are some that are not desirable, like some packs. Surprised to learn these things. But in any case, Pokemon cards are sold out just about everywhere here. Reformation 1580 says the U.S. just attacked Venezuela and captured Maduro. I know. It is so cool, man. I love that. That's history. And a lot of Venezuelans are cheering and saying that this guy was illegitimate and a tyrant. And they're happy to see him removed. Like he lost the election by a landslide, and yet he's still there. So we took him out. All right, now I'm being made fun of for the 80s music that we're playing here. That's fine. We'll put something else on. Yawning. This. No. Okay. Good morning to everyone. Good morning if you're joining me here. Let's get up and do something creative today. Yeah, I just put my music on random. So I guess it's Fall Out Boy. Taxis 333. How much was the pen you're using? How much was it? How much money? I don't know. It varies. These are, you can look them up. They're Copic. Look at this. Copic multi-liners, SP, size 0.03. I buy them in bulk. You know, I don't really know what they sell for. But they're really nice. They feel like a cross between Pigma Microns and Kono rapidographs, which I used to use. I mean, you know, a lot of my drawings, comics from the 90s, were inked with Kono rapidographs, much to the horror of my peers, who got me into Pigma Microns. Pigma Microns are okay, but they wear out real quick, and they're just not as reliable. This tip is really, really nice. It's hard. It's still felt, you know, it still kind of bends with pressure, but it's very good pen. Welcome, William Wellborn. Welcome to all of you. Good morning. Cope and seed drawstream, says Zawazuru. Oh, I hope not. Mad Relic. I woke up just now to Venezuelans partying. Thought today was like every other day, but holy shit. USA, USA, USA. Dude, very proud of my country, very proud of my president. He really just seems like such a substantial president. Like we did right. We did right by the world by electing President Trump. And it doesn't matter what these people say. It doesn't matter what liberals say. What matters is results. We didn't get any results with Joe Biden. We didn't get any real results there. But I just think this president is doing a great job. Very proud. I hope you guys are too. Hi, Katie did. Katie did. President Trump got sick of the drug trade coming from Venezuela. he decided that it was a direct result and being encouraged by Venezuela's illegitimate president and his wife. He decided they were crime lords and criminals, and he invaded Venezuela, big military mission, and captured them. He actually he captured and arrested Venezuela's illegitimate government. Tyrants who've been in power for 30 years. And they are in U.S. Custody right now. Venezuela is free. It's incredible. Maduro, his name is. Hey, you're going to hear a lot of coping, and you're going to hear a lot of berserk emotion from the left. But this is just great. Ugh. You don't need that either. This is my cartoony style, by the way, guys. And people are saying it's not cartoony enough. But I'm keeping it as loose as I can. It's basically the same style that I used when I was drawing Impulse for DC. What is it? Cecil will get his channel struck. Bill Lumberg says Ethan made $950 from gambling, but spent how much on food and drinks and partying? Oh my goodness, not that much. That was disappointing. My win-loss statement. I thought I made maybe 20 grand, but nope. Apparently I gave it all back. I quit. CG still going in 2026 is wild. Love it. Hail chat. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, boy, they're really going with this meme. Like John Delarose and a few other people. Like, Comicsgate is dead. It's dead, guys. And I mean, I kind of worry about that because I think if enough people say that, sometimes it just seems like you can will something like that into reality. We need a couple of big campaigns this year. We got to have a show of power, a demonstration of power. We don't need to be doing what Eric's doing and just pumping out tons of stuff. We just need to be able to get things funded when it's time to get things funded. So, you know, I got a couple of things I'm going to do this year. and I'll talk about it. You know, when I get Rainbow the Brute finished, you can't talk about things like that when you owe all these campaigns. But when I get Rainbow the Brute finished and it's on its way, we'll talk about what we're gonna do. But we need to have a show of force, and maybe it's gonna be Mandy, maybe John, maybe Shane, any of the Comicsgate Kings, and then we got to see some of these newer guys get funded substantially. And that will, it happens all the time. It's like Comicsgate is dead until we prove it's not. But I mean, again, that's all up to you guys. Comicsgate is dead when you guys say it's dead, really. But don't do that. You'll make so many rotten people happy if you quit. I think about that all the time. I'm like, I'm tired. Should I just lay down? And then I think if I were to quit Comicsgate, it would make the worst people happy. I can't ever do that. Still no Black Flag, says Shadow Cataclysm. I don't know what's going on with that. I heard he was working on it, but you know, I don't know. I'm worrying about myself. I'm not worrying about Dan. I'm worrying about what I owe. I gotta get Cyberfrog 3 done. Cyberfrog 3 is such a humdinger. Like, it's such a humdinger of a book. I gotta get it to you guys. It's so good. If you haven't backed Rainbow the Brute yet, the link is in the description. Please back Rainbow the Brute. Do not listen to these people who are saying it's never coming. Don't listen to them. It is coming. Don't get discouraged. It's on its way. And it's going to be great. So I need you guys to support it. Do not miss it. Who are we listening to? We got Sinatra? Interesting. What an interesting combination of songs. So I think this is going to be the channel's content in 26. In the mornings, draw streams, and maybe instructional video, like live stream. And then at night, Comicsgate Live, Trashcast, whatever, live streams. I'm thinking about just letting Trashcast go, though. It's too negative. I don't want to be negative. I do want to fight back, but I think we could serve a better purpose by talking about things that, talking about the pop culture that exists, and then talking about Comicsgate. But at the same time, I do want to be there to bury Ripperverse. I want to be there to bury Ripperverse, but I don't know. Do I care? Should I care? I don't know. Boo! Says Jabba the Cuck. You guys tell me. Every time I ask if you guys want me to quit Trashcast, you guys say no. Keep it going. You can't quit. Okay, Jabba. Yeah, more Bee Gees. I have every Bee Gees album, but I don't know all their material. I just downloaded it all. I'll do what you guys want. I don't care. The trash cast is important to you. You guys keep showing up. I will keep doing it. Puts the fire says trash cast is trash. Sleazy says, do you ever tear up a page out of frustration? Yeah, I have done that. That happens about twice a year, not too often. Sometimes it never goes very far before I decide I need to do that. Mostly if I'm not happy with something I'm working on, I will put it in my stack of pages and just let it sit there, and almost always you come back to it later and you find something to do with it. Yeah, never throw anything away. Never throw any half-finished piece of artwork away. Eventually, you'll find a use for it. Eventually. I mean, I've got stuff here left over from my time at DC Comics where I just know, like, at some point I'm going to use it for Cyberfrog. I have a Suicide Squad cover sitting over there that I never used. It's not finished, you know, it's just a little drawing that could be turned into something else. Yeah, Suicide Squad, Spawn of Sprang. Verokusaki says, Ethan, my girlfriend Judy says hi. Hi, Judy. How are you? Member for 69 months. Wow. Thank you.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Floors, doors, walls, halls, white sidewall tires and old golf balls.
Sinks, stoves, bathtubs, he'll do. He'll even help clean laundry too.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Can he clean a kitchen sink?
Quicker than a wink.
Can he clean a window sash?
Faster than a
Can he clean a dirty mirror?
He'll make it.
That's not even worth showing.
Can he clean a diamond ring?
But yeah, like this is
Mr. Clean gets
just a piece of a Suicide Squad cover. Look, I think there was like a villain back here who had frozen or killed the Suicide Squad. You can see Harley Quinn. There's Captain Boomerang. I don't know. I put it down. I don't know if it ever became anything else. But at some point, I will find a way to repurpose that because I do like her face there. I like her dead face. You know.
And I lost my head. How silly
Yeah.
of me to say the things I said.
Bobby Vinton. Wow, they're playing some weird stuff here. No. Long curly hair. Blue Giant says that cigar in the horse's mouth is hilarious. For me, Rainbow the Brute, most anticipated book for the humor and exotic setting. Cool. Yeah, I think the runaway hit character from it is going to be Napalm. Napalm is so cool. Very fun to draw. And I mean, I never really drew horses before. Never really needed to. And so, you know, learning how to draw horses and caricature them has been kind of fun. A nice little exercise. Yeah, I got Shiro Pocket is like tall. He's like 6'2", so he towers over his father, but he's like a lanky beanpole. Like if he just filled out a little bit, he'd be an imposing barbarian, but he's like a sissy. He's built like Julia Roberts. Doja Cat. Let me see if I have any Doja Cat. I can't be sure about that. No, I don't have any Doja Cat. How can I not have Doja Cat? Rini just posted a video, why I won't give up on comics. I think it's a response to EVS. Man, I hope not. I don't think she should give up on comics. I wasn't suggesting that at all. She's really good. I was saying that she shouldn't have left Comicsgate. Because I'm not mad at Rini at all. I don't think Rini has done or said anything that's been She's on. There's some passive aggressive things, but like, I think she made a mistake. I don't know if she'll ever see it, but she ran away from home. She shouldn't have run away from home. Visits me each night, won't be satisfied. Ah, this song's cool. Martin Gore used to write good songs. Leading me to conclude. This music sucks. Dead Air is superior to this? Really? You don't like Depeche Mode? What about this?
Try me 100 times. Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. Real life. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive. Another one. Yeah. Try me 100 times. Wanted me to lie, wanted me to cry, wanted me to die. DJ Khaled. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive.
You don't miss Rini and the Simpin'. Okay.
It's not like I know no for months. This life would allow me to take what I want. It's not like I know what I want. It's not like I know what I need. I get some time, but there's no guarantees. When I was boasting.
This is the Doors Behind Closed Doors, the Rarities album. So this is like some kind of a demo of Moonlight Drive. Love the Doors. No, I didn't sleep. What do you guys think? If Rini wanted to come back, would you support Rini? Would you back Fiendish 4? If you didn't back Fiendish 3. Or like, you know, sometimes it seems like you guys are one strike and you're out, you know? Let me see. Heck yeah, I backed all Rini stuff so far. I think everybody that left should stay gone, says Hidden Hand Media. Yeah, she does jumping jacks. Her books look great, but it's a tad curly. Not an immediate decision, no. I'm good. She wanted to hang out in back rooms. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah. And Narwhal's living high on Mark Miller money. Yeah, I hope so. Well, I'm putting it out there that I'm cool with Narwhal and I'm cool with Rini, even if they're not cool with me right now. I am cool with them. All would be forgiven if there was anything to forgive. And obviously, whatever I did wrong, I'm sure I did a bunch of things wrong. I'm not perfect. But ultimately, you know, when you're sitting there making videos like, and I haven't seen the video yet, but why I won't quit comics. Maybe I better watch it. Let's see what she's saying. Rini draws. Why I won't give up on my comics. Okay.
Hi everyone, this is Irene, aka Rini Draws, and today I wanted to try something a little different. I want to talk about the value of perseverance in an art career, or perhaps in any endeavor in general. It's no secret that art as a career path is difficult. Some forks down this road are easier than others, but in general, your success depends just as much on skill as it does on luck. That was one of the hardest truths for me to swallow as a young artist. I've always known that I was pretty good for my experience level and age and whatever, But it became clear to me that just because I was a good artist, that didn't mean the fans would flock to my work or some company would swoop in and make my career. Definitely not that second one. Perhaps I've also made things more difficult for myself by deciding to publish a long-form fantasy comic aimed at adults, which is really not something that has an established publishing pipeline in America. Maybe if I was in Japan or Europe, I'd have a publisher and agent by now, but I have to do everything myself. I do my own writing, art, project management, marketing, advertising, video editing, customer service, and more. At 27 or so, which is when this really hit me, it was really hard for me to accept that no company would care about me or my ideas truly. If I wanted to be successful, I'd have to build my brand from the ground up. I also started feeling like my years working in animation and even working for Marvel didn't really matter because very little of that audience carried over to Fiendish, and also very few of the professional connections I made, basically almost none at my past jobs, really reached out to help when I launched my own IP. It really sucks to learn that nobody really cares once you're perceived as not part of their system or as somebody who can help them. But since then, I've grown to have a different perspective. Of course, nobody who is in my family is obligated to care about what I do. I have to take initiative and prove to others that my ideas are worth investing in and that my work has value. That is the real entrepreneurial spirit. And what is an artist if not somebody unafraid to take risks and strike out on their own down the path less traveled? Unfortunately, I've also learned that I am not some shrewd business person or marketing genius. I honestly barely know what I'm doing, and I've made many mistakes since launching Fiendish. But I do know that I am good at my craft. I don't just believe in Fiendish as some vessel that can bring me acclaim. I love my characters, and I believe in the philosophy and the message that this story is building up towards. As I'm constantly trying out different platforms, managing like 8 social media accounts, throwing whatever I can at video formats and advertising, I remember that nothing truly substantial and long-lasting comes easy. I guess another way to put my thoughts here is an artist who sucks but puts their work out doggedly their whole life has got to strike gold at some point. And I know I at least don't suck. So even if I only ever have a small audience
Sorry to hear
YouTube
that.
or any other platform, and even if my books don't sell 1 million copies now or anytime soon, I have to continue. Who knows if in 10, 30, or 50 years, my work can speak to a new audience. What's important now is being grateful for the support that I do have, and I am grateful, and finishing what I started. I really learned this lesson because years ago, I had drawn a webcomic and I thought nobody was paying attention. I had put it online, but gave up because I thought there was no readership. But
What did I say that
literally
deserved a
15
response?
years later, I was on a forum and I saw a random person asking, "Where did this comic go? What happened to the artist?" And I'll never
Did I say
forget
something that she needed to
not
respond?
gonna let that happen again. This video might have been a little disjointed, but if you're also a struggling artist, especially a comic artist, hopefully this helped you in some way. That all being said, I have put on my new marketing hat and let you know that if you enjoyed the art you saw in this video, then you should check out my fantasy comic Fiendish. If you like expansive fantasy, big world building, and stuff like D&D, then this book is for you. You can find out.
Yeah, Coley Cotton says it's not all about you. Well, then, yeah, somebody else said this is a response to me. I'm like trying to think, like, did I say something?
In the description.
You pointed out how Fiendish made way less than Fiendish, too.
With me. Let me know
Oh,
what you think. And
that's
I'll
true,
see you
though.
next time. Bye.
Okay, bye, Rini. She's got that Brittany Venti voice going on. Where it's like, and I just think that, you know, my art is going to carry me forward. And you'll see that in the future, like there's a certain YouTuber cadence. It's like brain rot cadence that people kind of acquire. Where they just stop talking like normal people. And they start talking like this. And da-da-da-da-da. And I don't know if that's autism or what that is, but I notice it a lot when I'm watching YouTubers now. Like, you can't just talk the way that you talk. Like, what the fuck? Oh, you know who I wanted to check out? Let me see. What is her name? There's like a new brain rot channel. Jester Bell. Is that what it is? Jester Bell? All right, let me see. Let me see. You used to talk super gay, says Hidden Hand Media. Well, I mean, I didn't mean to. You know what it is? What I was doing back then is I was talking like Ricky Gervais in his live stream podcast, or his podcast. I thought that Ricky Gervais, I thought that voice was funny. Yeah, I see. Let me see. Gaslight. Marvel's Iceman coming out. Comics still stinks 10 years later. Wow. And she's got 13,000 views.
Everyone. Jester Bell, a.k.a. Female Frodo Baggins here. I thought that we would start...
Female Frodo Baggins.
Exploring a very controversial comic. A comic that I would be surprised if you didn't know the panels for. We are going to be talking about the infamous Iceman coming out issue, All New X-Men number 40, that was released back in 2015, 10 years ago, though it will be 11 years by this April. Wow, crazy to think how much time has passed since this. But you might be wondering, with a comic this old, why am I bringing it up now? What spurred this? Well, it started actually because of Jean Grey, that we might be getting Jean Grey appearing in a movie coming up, and she's definitely been appearing in a lot more media leading up to that. And so the character was being discussed more, and in these discussions that either I was hearing other people engaged in or I was engaged in, I kept hearing some people bring up this comic and saying that they feel
Miku says, Dario, send Dario the link. Who's Dario?
To her over the years, being too involved in love triangle storylines, or some people didn't like how involved she's been with the Phoenix Force and how defined she's been by the Phoenix for so many years. And they brought up this issue. They brought up the idea...
Is she female Frodo Baggins because she looks like Frodo Baggins?
That she used her
She kind of does.
went into his mind and forced him to come out as gay, or be gay, or however you want to put it. And yeah, I've heard that before, and I know about these panels, this ugly collection of repeated panels, but I had never actually read this entire issue for myself. And I guess I thought that the idea that Jean forced Iceman...
Paranoid Android says, let's talk about drama from 11 years ago. They're running out of things to talk about, I guess.
And made him gay, that was just exaggeration. Like, surely that isn't the intention behind the comic. That isn't how it's actually written. You know, I thought that was just an exaggeration. I remember when this issue came out and how controversial it was, but at the time I was more into Batman and Avengers, and so I didn't read the full thing at the time. But, you know, as you're, talking about different things with people, the algorithm hears what you're talking about and throws things up in your feed. So I saw these pages from this issue come up on Pinterest, and I actually decided to read the comic for myself after all these years. And I can say that after all the X-Men comics I have read recently, and I have omnibuses full of X-Men comics, and I have been reading X Factor, where Iceman is this big character in that series. I can say this issue had me going, this might be the worst X-Men comic I have ever read.
Oh, come on.
And I've read the Mystique Tries to Assault Gambit comic. Okay, that comic is definitely worse. But this has got to be one of, if not most, one of the worst X-Men comics I have ever read.
You're kidding
For the
me.
character
Calling me
assassination
shocked.
involved, yes, but also for the gaslighting of the audience.
Miku says you were on with him recently. You even said you liked him. Who is he?
This is just an awful.
His name is Dario?
Written the dialogue and
What's
the
his other name?
artwork and everything. So let's talk about it. First of all, who's Iceman? Well, Iceman once upon a time was this big Marvel Comics character. You know, he was one of the main characters on Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which was this big cartoon show in its day. You know, you saw him in the Fox movies, and he's had all these video game appearances, and he had always been portrayed as, well, I honestly think of him as he was the icy version of Human Torch. He was the jokester. He had a big personality. He fancied himself a ladies' man. And so that's
I don't know if he fancied himself a ladies' man.
And in 2015, writer Brian Michael Bendis wanted the character to come out as gay.
Oh, Glacier Mountain Comics was Dario.
History of people
Okay, I didn't know that.
Iceman to be gay, saying that he was always gay from the beginning. We will get to that later. But for
I like that guy.
I just want to
I
read
think.
the comic itself and address the people out there who say Jean Grey turned Iceman gay or something like that. Let's read the sequence of events. Now, this happens, it's confusing, it's wild. It was during this weird era where they were trying to take, like, the original teen versions of the original X-Men and bring them into the modern day, and they were exploring something with that. So these are the teen versions of Jean Grey and Iceman in the modern day, and Magic is about to leave. As Magic leaves, Iceman says, "I salute our new professor's unbelievable hotness." Bobby, what? Come over here. What? Why do you say things like that? What, about Magic's hotness? Because she is. No, I know. And believe me, she knows. But, you know, what? Come on.
You gay.
Bobby, you're gay. What? Why would you say that? Because I'm psychic. I can read your thoughts.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Don't do that.
Prabhat Gulati's here. Wow, 100 rupees says, I fancy myself as a ladies' man.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm not. You are. I'm thinking it because you're saying.
So does Bobby
I
Drake,
said
Iceman, I guess.
You were thinking it. Shh. No. It doesn't matter to me or to anyone else. It's just shh. Bobby, but my older self isn't. We've met him. I know. So, but you stop. R.
The princess will marry me.
Why is everyone so in love with you? I have no idea. Yeah, because you're gay. Hey, too soon? Way too soon. How can my older self not be, but I am? I don't know. It's a unique situation. How? Ask him. Because maybe he couldn't handle being a mutant and gay in a society that had issues with both, and one is easier to put away than the other? I don't know. But he dated women. Not well. He dated Kitty Pryde, and now she no longer lives on planet Earth. Maybe I'm bi. They say everybody is. They do, but I think you're more full gay. Yeah, I know.
How long does this conversation go on, Bendis?
Crazy. I know. Or just not.
I think
don't
Bendis
know.
is gay.
Sorry I yelled at you. That's one of the good things about being here as opposed to where we came from. I don't think anyone here cares. You think? Not like back then. That's probably true. They hug. I don't know what to do with all this yet. It's no one's business until you say it is. Except for you, it seems. Thank God for me. You over.
Do I like Jester Bell? Is she good?
We never hug because you are so cold. As I gather the pieces of my brain back from reading that, why is that sequence so bad? Well, let's set aside these awful set of repeated panels for a second.
They're not awful.
The dialogue
They're okay.
here is awful. The characterization here is awful. And all of it actually just serves to gaslight the readers on something that was never canon and is, in fact, a retcon. Now, first of all, some people, when I announced I was going to do this video, asked me if this was going to be a bashing of Jean Grey. Absolutely not. I am a fan of the character of Jean Grey, and I've read a lot of comics with her, and I can tell you, this is not in character for her. She has never been portrayed as this catty teen girl who is going to try to expose her friend and giggle about him being gay or something like that.
She didn't giggle. It's Ultimate, though. It's Ultimate X-Men. It's different.
Go through a lot and a lot of mischaracterization. Generally, the idea behind Jean Grey, as she originally was she was supposed to be the character with empathy, the character who cared. Now, they want us to think that Jean Grey cares here, and that's what infuriates me. But what really is happening here is it does come off like she's gaslighting him, and that she's intruding, and that she's forcing him to come out right here. First of all, the writing is just so bad. He mentions that a female character is hot, and that prompts her to go, oh, you're so gay? Why are you so gay? Somehow him hitting on a woman made her read his thoughts and decide to open it up with him, and then she continues to badger him about it and gaslight about it. It does come off as gaslighting when it's clearly making him uncomfortable, where he clearly did not want that announced to the world, when he clearly wasn't open about that himself, and maybe he hadn't even decided that for himself, but she literally barges into his mind, gets a thought, a private thought, supposedly, and badgers him and forces the issue
Ethan, you hated the art of that Iceman issue, but Rini draws in that same lazy, woke-tard style that still infests mainstream comics. Rini does?
It's no one else's business until you decide it is.
I don't think Rini does. I don't think I hated the art either.
Character assassination for Jean Grey. This isn't who Jean Grey is supposed to be at
The art was fun.
The truth of what is going on with this issue is
What?
Jean Grey is a Brian Michael Bendis self-insert, and Iceman is the audience, and Brian Michael Bendis is trying to gaslight the audience into
thinking they're gay.
Retcon. Now, I might as well explain the real-world elements of what was going on here. Once again, Iceman was this character that was portrayed as a ladies' man for all of this time. He would seemingly be the last character on planet Earth that would come out as gay, yet there were
Well, I wouldn't say that.
a certain group of people, and I would believe that it's actually not a large group, but a certain group of people who Brian
Primal Galati says, is that napalm? Yeah, it sure is.
Gay. Writer Chuck Austin wanted him to come out as gay during his run of the X-Men, but was turned down by editorial. There was a certain strain of people familiar with X-Men that believed that his journey and his experiences were actually metaphorical for a gay man. Now, when exactly did this start? I cannot say for sure. When you're dealing with fan speculation and headcanon and desires, it's harder to pinpoint exactly when it started. But I do have an inkling here. In the 90s, there was this issue of Uncanny X-Men where Iceman and Rogue visit his parents, and his parents are very, very traditional. They're clearly not accepting of Iceman as a mutant, and they get very, very upset that he has a lot of girlfriends of different ethnicities, getting mad that he has brought Rogue home to them even though she's not his girlfriend, and this time she's a mutant. And it's revealed that Iceman's parents are bigots. Now here they clearly make it about race, that he's brought home a lot of girlfriends with different ethnicities, and that his dad does not like it because he's a bigot and also doesn't accept him being a mutant. And I can see why, despite it being about race, some people might project upon that, oh, that works a lot better as a metaphor for a character being gay and having their parents not accept him than just being about race. And then Bryan Singer, who was a gay man, who made a huge push for
a gay man? I mean, that's
a metaphor for being gay, not just for race, brought in the idea of Iceman's bigoted family.
A gay man, huh? You're gonna let him get away with that?
For homophobic parents. So despite Iceman being straight in the comic, canonically straight, I can maybe see how these moments brought about the desire for
Michael Jackson, also a gay man in the same way that Bryan Singer was.
And with this comes a lot of arguments for how it would possibly work given his decades of his history being portrayed as a ladies' man. The idea that in the very first comic of his appearance, he acted like he wasn't interested in Jean Grey when the other boys were. And the idea, and we get both of these in this comic, that a lot of his relationships with women have fallen apart over the years. But here's the thing, guys. Iceman wasn't gay. He wasn't originally portrayed as gay, and I hope we can at least come to an agreement on that. It was clear that the scene of him not being attracted to Jean Grey, or at least acting like he wasn't attracted to Jean Grey, was not meant to be taken into a context that he was a gay teen. He flirts with women and he hits on women and he dates women quite frequently after that scene. Being attracted to Jean Grey specifically does not mean you are gay, but that is why Bendis is bringing that up in this scene to try to make that headcanon that people had canon. Now, the other argument is that, well, it could work because Iceman had a lot of relationships with women that didn't work out. That was pretty consistent in his
Female
character.
YouTubers suck, man.
That's not an argument. It doesn't mean that someone is gay if they have a lot of relationships with women that don't work out. There are plenty of straight men out there that don't have relationships with women that
Yeah, but it doesn't not mean that. But it doesn't not mean it.
Iceman had various relationships with women that didn't work out.
Bendis is kind of gay, says Ulrich. Ugh.
His level of maturity.
Such an asshole. I hate Bendis.
The icy version of Human Torch. We were already given completely different context for why Iceman.
Bobby Drake, not the Human Torch at all. Nothing like the Human Torch. You're just saying that because he turns to ice.
He was gay. There were just other people that over time came to wish.
Johnny Storm was like a race car driver, daredevil.
Is this very influential writer who did House of M,
spoiled rich kid.
Universe, wrote some very influential ones.
Bobby was none of those things.
He very, very much has been engaged in activism. So what you see in this comic, and once again, I want to pull the hate away from Jean Grey. I really hate it when people blame the character itself for what is going on in the comic. This isn't Jean Grey, the character we know. This is a self-insert of Brian Michael Bendis. And he's taking all this
I like that theory.
and headcanon of how they could possibly
Bendis is trying to make everyone gay.
Despite him being portrayed as the opposite.
I believe that. I think that's true.
And putting it right there in the comic. And as Bobby keeps claiming that he's not gay, Jean Grey, a.k.a. Brian Michael Bendis, keeps insisting. She keeps insisting that him having failed relationships with women or not being attracted to Jean in that very...
God, this is just turning my brain. Is there still more?
The readers know it clearly.
11 more minutes? Shut up. Point taken, Jester Bell. It's enough. If the video were like 1/3 of the length, it would be not as annoying as it is. Just blather. She said, Iceman is gay. And she said it 1,000 times. Prabhat Gulati says, is there anyone you still respect in the mainstream? Yeah, almost everyone. But Bendis is a piece of shit. He really is. Bendis sold me out real quick. I think I told that story. I mean, I like Mark Miller. I like Jeff Johns. I respect Grant Morrison. Most people. I don't have a problem with Matt Fraction. I don't have a problem with Dan Slott either, really. I don't respect him, but I don't have a problem with him. I'm not mad at him. I think I talked to John Arcudi in the 90s. I haven't really heard of him or from him since. I don't know what he's doing. Did you know Ed Brubaker? No. No, I never met him. Yeah, like Dan Slott is someone who I feel sorry for. I'm amused by him. I'm not angry with him. You know, some of the other people you listed are like, you know, Gail Simone, obviously I have a real problem with. Alex DeCampi, never met and don't really consider Alex to be part of the comic book industry that I circulated in. But obviously, from what I've seen, in my opinion, she's an evil witch. Jim Lee, I don't have a problem with him, but like, I don't think he, I don't know. I didn't like, I don't think he added much to DC. Outside of his drawings, you know. Robert Venditti, great guy. Great guy. Prabhat Gulati says, has Matt Barr sent more emails? No. Not this morning that I saw. Yeah, you guys are like Tess Fowler. I mean, Tess Fowler is a non-entity outside of the Whisper Network. Tess Fowler's not like a pro who anybody should be concerned about. She's just kind of a weird, creepy bitch, you know. Why did Jim Lee and Dan give Bendis such a huge deal after so many failures? I think you can figure that out. I mean, you know, he was, I don't think people think about Bendis' failures. I think people forget about your failures and they just remember your successes. You know, I mean, when talking about my career, like people are going to bring up, you know, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Rebirth, Flash Rebirth, Sinestro Corps, and New X-Men, and they're not really going to talk about Firestorm. You know what I mean? Like, people just forget about your failures. In fact, they're kind of shocked. Like, people are... I had some people who are reading Fury of Firestorm, and they're like, why is this so bad? And I'm like, oh my God. A number of reasons. I'd love to tell you. But people don't really remember those things. And Bendis had marquee value as the writer of Ultimate Spider-Man. Paul Jenkins, no problem with him either. I did meet him a few times. Seemed like a nice guy. I don't know who Bob Cheshire is. Yeah, Bendis destroying the Superman books. I think DC agrees. I think many at DC would agree with you about that. But, you know, you don't hate someone for that. They just kind of move on. They tried. They blew it. He wouldn't be the first talented creator who fucked up on Superman. Ever get along with Dan Shaheen? Dan's a juggler now. Robert Kirkman, I have nothing but respect and admiration for. Truly, truly a great guy. Truly a talented man.
the house of love. I know a dream that you're dreaming of, and I know the way.
Are you talking about Shane? Says Paul Schmidt's guitar. No. Didn't you do a cover for Issue 1 of Walking Dead? Yes. Yeah, I did. And they gave me 2 baseball caps that I still wear that look like zombies ate them, like weathered baseball caps. I'm a big fan. I love Walking Dead. I love Robert Kirkman. I don't know how he feels about me since Comicsgate. I assume we had a nice dinner conversation and everything. I assume he doesn't like me anymore, but I still like him. Read Comics says a backstory on Rob Liefeld. What kind of backstory? What are you looking for? By the way, you asking us like that, ask him in a super chat. Happy to tell you whatever you want to know.
This is called The Bastard Son of Jimmy and Mama Reed. Take 1.
I have all the Invincible comics collected. How do you feel about Skinbreaker? From what I can see, it's a masterpiece. It's beautiful. But I haven't read it yet, so I assume it's good. I hope it is. Well, Red Comics, is there history with you and Liefeld? Oh, yeah, thanks for $10, by the way. Yeah, there is. I mean, we go way, way, way back, me and Rob Liefeld. Probably met him through Dan Fraga, but I don't know that for sure. I sought out Dan Fraga first because, honestly, the truth is, Dan Fraga's comics infuriated me. They were so horrible. And he just wasn't my type of dude, right? Like, if you read his early comics and his whole Fraga Boom thing, he just seemed like an annoying wigger to me. And then I met him. And I liked him. And we became friends. It was kind of like this thing where it's like, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. Etc., etc. Anyway, at some point, and by the way, that's why I was making fun of Dan Fraga in Cyberfrog #2. You could look at Cyberfrog #2, and Heather Swain is out on a date with Dan Fraga while watching Dan Fraga give a concert. And it's like this whole thing that Heather's like, you're white, dude, you're white. What are you talking about rap for? You're a white guy. Which is pretty racist. Like, I don't think you could get away with that nowadays, but I did back then. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so Rob Liefeld came up to me at some Detroit convention. And this was when Cyberfrog 1 came out. And he said, I'd like to have a talk with you, about coming and working for me. And he offered me Bad Rock. He said, you're the guy to write and draw Bad Rock. I said, oh, yeah? I had just started Cyberfrog, so the idea of stopping Cyberfrog to go work for Rob, even then, I thought Rob was a joke. Like, I knew Rob was a joke, So he offered me this job, and I said, oh, yeah, I'll come up with something. And so we had fax machines in those days. So and this is true. I know this doesn't sound like it's true, but it is. This is the kind of person that I am. I wrote up a pitch and I called it, I said, we're going to reveal that Bad Rock is gay. And the story's called Fruity Pebbles. And I drew a picture of Bad Rock with a boy, and he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt or something like that. I sent that over as my pitch to Rob. And he was flummoxed by it. I don't think anybody had ever fucked with him like that before. And he sent, like, his guy called me up, Matt Hawkins, like, is this really your pitch? Like, Fruity Pebbles, you want Bad Rock to be gay? And I said, sure, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. He said, well, we're going to turn that down. I said, okay. Now, later on, like, I created Salamandroid. And I guess Extreme Studios heard about Salamandroid and wanted Salamandroid. They couldn't get Cyberfrog because Harris owned it. But Salamandroid was published at Hall of Heroes, the Zero issue. So they said, you want to bring Salamandroid over here? And they made me a really decent offer. I think they offered me $400 a page to write pencil and ink. And I was getting $360 a page at Hall of Heroes to write pencil and ink. So $400 was a raise. But I still couldn't bring myself to go work for Rob. So they sent a contract over. I never signed it. I looked at it. And I never signed it and returned it to him. So, but I still talked to Rob when I saw him. And there was this weird thing going on between Rob and Fraga. I remember Rob, like, they were fighting all the time. Like, they were like a married couple. And, it was just weird. Eventually, Rob blocked me on Twitter. And so, like, recently, I think when the Comicsgate thing made him kind of block me. So I haven't spoken to him since. But we were friendly, while I was at DC. Yeah. But anyway, that's me and Rob Liefeld. Essentially. I wasn't going to work for him. I would have worked for Todd McFarlane. And I might have worked for almost anyone else, really. Eric Larson I probably would have worked for. Back in the day when Savage Dragon was good. But I looked at what Extreme Studios was. And although I was envious of the friends that I would make, moving out to California and hanging out and drawing with those kids my age and having fun, like, I just thought they were being clowned on all the time. In all the trade magazines, And Image itself didn't respect them, so I'm glad I didn't do it. Bullet says Mean Streak Ethan is the best. I don't know. I don't know if I have a mean streak at all. I guess maybe I do. But I don't know what Rob was doing offering me a job anyway. Cyberfrog #1 did not show any signs that I should be doing Bad Rock. It really didn't. Like, even at the time, like, I was like, I really don't think I'm like at a place as a creator where I should be writing and drawing your stuff. Like, I'm still learning. This is literally the 4th comic book that I've ever drawn in my life, and written it. And now you want me to come to California and work for you? Like, I know I'm not stupid. I'm self-aware. I know my work ain't that good yet. I have all kinds of potential, but I'm not there where, I need to be offered some kind of big job. Like, and I'm definitely not moving out west and relying on you. That's silly. Delmar Decides says, these kind of stories are good listening. Hey, thanks for $5. Yeah, I mean, I'll always tell you, what's up if I can, Feel free to ask questions. Jabba the Cuck says, what a boring story. Thanks, Jabba the Cuck. It's good to have you be Jabba the Cuck again. I just realized that you changed your name back to Jabba the Cuck. It's funny. It's cozy. Any Dave Finch stories? No, I mean, nothing really like that's funny. Like, Dave Finch and I and Steve McNiven, we decided in 2008 that it would be a good idea for us to unionize. We weren't getting paid enough. So we were like, what we'll do is we'll create a package deal. I can't remember. I think we had a studio name, but I can't remember what it was called. And so we went from like Marvel to DC to Boom Studios to Image to all these places, and basically said, we want to be able to do whatever we want to do. And I think we wanted to get paid like 40 grand an issue, which seemed like a lot of money back then. And we were taking meetings everywhere, just everywhere. And DC came back to us. Everybody wanted us. And then the housing market collapsed, 2008. And then everything changed. Like every offer dried up, and our own concerns, changed. Like, it sucked. We could have done some good stuff. We all had pretty good ideas. For me, it was Fearsome. I was going to do Fearsome. That was the idea that I was bringing to the table back then. Ethan, did you ever meet Gil Kane? Yes, I did meet Gil Kane. He is the guy that told me that we're in a limo together. I just have this memory of being in a limo with Gil Kane, coming back from the airport or going to a convention from the airport. And he was on the phone, and he was talking really loud on the phone. And the person he was on the phone with, he was just like, yeah, man, some of these comic book artists, they can't even figure out a way to make $70,000 at this business. These faggots can't even make 70 grand. Can you imagine? And I was like, I listened to him quietly, respectfully, because like I was only making 30 grand a year, And he basically called me a faggot who couldn't make 70 grand. So I took that as a challenge. I was like, you mean you can make 70 grand at this? Like, that's crazy. And I started working at finding new ways to make more money. But that was Gil Kane. He died like shortly after that. That was crazy. I still think about that too. Like, this guy was laughing about people not making enough money in comics by their own like inability, Very eye-opening. Taxi says, I didn't know you were close with Steve McNiven. Yeah, we were good friends. Little Hunter used to kind of, whatever the equivalent of dating is for like a 5-year-old, he would go out and hang out with. We'd do conventions, and Little Hunter was 5 and Steve's daughter was 5. And those two would just disappear together and run all around the convention. They were best buddies. And I think they still are friends. Hunter and Steve's daughter, Emma. Yeah, we hung out a lot. He was another one who just had like ideas of how to... Everybody that I talked to had ideas of how to make big money in comics. They had their strategy. And Steve got all these like guarantees. Like, he was the first guy. Like, after our plan broke up, he can't. He told me that he negotiated a really big advance on his contract, like a 6-figure advance, and I was blown away. I said, I didn't even know you could do that. These guys, like, he had just he was blowing up. I think he had just done Old Man Wolverine, Old Man Logan. So they wanted to keep him. Arranged marriage, Ethan? Yeah, well, we were always joking about that, like Van Niven or Mick Skyver. I wouldn't have minded that. That would have been great. Super powered artist children. Brian Hitch. Yeah, I loved Brian Hitch. I have a nice series of photographs of me and Brian Hitch at San Diego Comic-Con looking at artwork together. He was a great guy. Is a great guy. Nice. I mean, most of these people are really nice, you know? Yeah, I hate being blacklisted. I really hate it with all my heart. I hate being canceled. I hate being blacklisted. Because I had so many people that I really liked. Really talented professionals who I would associate with, who cannot or will not associate with me anymore. And it's a nightmare. I have dreams about it. I have nightmares about it at night. You know, people who talk casually about being canceled, people like JDA, it makes me angry because it's not cool. Like, it's not something to talk about lightly. It's really changed my life in a way that I can't even put into words, but it's in my subconscious. Being canceled and being blacklisted is in my subconscious. And it's painful. It's very painful. I wish it didn't happen that way. I don't know if I would do anything different. Maybe I would, but yeah, it really hurts. Like in my dreams, I am invited back into DC's office just in a friendly way to look at other people's projects and everything, and it's really nice. Would never happen, ever. Like a big wound. It's like a big open wound. Glitch says, I had a dream. Shilly Willy says, what's Ethan crying about now? Same as usual. Same thing I've been crying about for 8 years. I'm grateful for you guys. I don't know what I would do without you. You could have dyed your hair blue. Or, never mind. Yeah, I didn't have any hair, fortunately. Paranoid Android, thanks for joining. Mike Wilson says, dig in the draw streams. Hey, thanks, and thanks for your donations, super chats. Coffees are appreciated if you are able to do that. That's great. I really like coffee, the coffee account. It's neat. Yeah, it just doesn't, like, turn on the camera and get super chats while you're drawing. You're drawing anyway. You might as well get super chats. Might as well entertain people. And I did. I just got a coffee. Thank you so much. Wow, right before I said that, I got a coffee. From David L. Thanks for these draw streams. I love them. Where did you live and who did you work for when you had the arcade machines and the Mormon missionaries were bothering you? I was in Portland, Oregon, and I was in a one-bedroom apartment, my first apartment. I lived right across from Dark Horse Comics. I went out to Portland, Oregon with my friend Melanie Chadwick, who was my editor, and I kind of had a thing going with her for a little while. But I got an apartment in Portland, Oregon, and I just was making money on Cyberfrog. I bought 3 arcade machines, and the missionaries kept coming over, and I really like being in Oregon and away from New Jersey. Didn't feel like home, so it was nice to see the missionaries. They found me, and then they didn't want to take me to church. They just wanted to hang out and drink sodas and play arcades, which sucked. Wow, mind of Wolfie Smith, 5 memberships. Thank you for handing those out. Gifted 5 memberships. Appreciate it. Thank you, and I can see who got them. Pretty neat. Mike Wilson Art says, I lived close to Dark Horse. Yeah, like, I used to go there. They gave me a job doing the Starship Troopers comic, which Starship Troopers was going to come out. It was like a new movie. And they gave me all the reference for it and said, do like a sample page for it. And I did it. I did a few pages, like just made up pages of Starship Troopers, but I think I got work at DC instead. There's always like a bunch of little projects that might happen that you get offered, and then the one that you really want comes around. So like I remember like Joe Quesada, Jimmy Palmiotti offered me Ash and also Marvel Knights, and I was thinking about doing that, but I really wanted to work for DC Comics. I enjoyed working for them, and they seemed stable, and Jimmy and Joe seemed unstable. So I went for the more stable job, which was Impulse. DC had offered me, it was cool. DC offered me a Wonder Girl pinup. They didn't offer it to me, they gave it to me, and I got my first taste of what it meant to be a professional at DC. They sent over like a couple sheets of DC paper, some reference, and a voucher via FedEx. And I got to do this Wonder Girl pinup. And I like worked really hard on it. That appeared in Wonder Woman. What was that book? Like Wonder Woman's Secret Files or something like that. Had my first pinup for DC in it of Wonder Girl, the John Byrne version of Wonder Girl. And I really enjoyed that experience. I thought it felt professional and it felt like an adult company. Like it didn't feel like a bunch of morons ran it. Like, see, that's the thing about Rob Liefeld and working for Extreme Studios, that the reason why I would never have done it is because I could just tell it was a monkey show. I could tell it was a goat rodeo over there. So, like, there was no way I was going to go work for Rob Liefeld because I knew putting my life in his hands would be dangerous. My job would not be secure. And then I'd be stuck in California. So, DC Comics didn't feel like that. It felt like a real comic book company where I would be able to make a future. And I did. I stayed there for 20 years. I really liked it. I loved working for DC. But I am. They're quite right. I am the alt-right. Definitely. I am MAGA. I'm all of those things. I don't think I'm a white supremacist, but I have no use for their values, like the woke values that I heard about all the time. They were disgusting to me. Everything was gay, pro-gay rights. I don't like any of that. I thought that was ugly, dark, evil. Yeah, if that's the way it is, if those are the politics of places like that, I don't belong there. If it were just about comics, I guess I would, but it's not just about comics. It is also about the politics of the people that work there and that run it. And the image that they want to present to the fans. And that is liberalism. MAGA isn't MAGA anymore, says Hidden Hand Media. Prabhat Galati says, don't cry again, please. I haven't cried once. I'm just being honest and forthright with you guys. I want you to know how I actually feel about things. I don't want to put on a front or a facade. I don't want to pretend to be a tough guy who doesn't care. There's things that I care about. There's no point in doing a YouTube channel where you open up personally about your career and about what you think about everything if you're going to be dishonest about it. There's no point in it. People should at least get to know who you are, I think. And that's why I opened up the channel in the first place, isn't it? Prabhat Galati says, what, Elasmat isn't talented enough for you? I saw Elasmat seething again about me. These guys found a clip of Darwin Cook at one point being angry with me and saying, I've never been late once, except for the one time I was late, and that was because Ethan Van Sciver couldn't get his shit together. And, I mean, that was typical of Darwin. You had to know Darwin Cook. He's referring to Green Lantern #1. And Green Lantern #1, he did a little, an opening sequence. And I was busy working on Green Lantern Rebirth 5 and 6, and they had assigned Green Lantern to Carlos Pacheco. And then, boom, all of a sudden, Rebirth was such a big hit, and they didn't know that. They thought Carlos Pacheco was going to be the Green Lantern artist going forward. So I'm working on finishing Green Lantern Rebirth #6, and the month after that comes out, Green Lantern #1 comes out, but Jeff suddenly wants me to work on Green Lantern #1. And I'm thinking, when I get done Green Lantern Rebirth #6, I'm going to get a break. No, Jeff has 5 pages for me to do for Green Lantern #1, which are in the book, And I was like, shit. So I got Green Lantern Rebirth #6 done, and then, I think we were held up a month because Jeff wanted me to do these 5 pages. So that's what Darwin's talking about. Elasmat's if there were video evidence of Darwin Cook being upset with me for being late on my comics, I'd give everything a second thought. Or I'd give things a rethinking. Let me rethink about it for a minute. I worked with Darwin Cook, asshole. That's what I have. Hold on, let me think about this for a minute and what that means. Oh, here's what it means. I worked with Darwin Cook and Jeff Johns on Green Lantern. That's what it means. Retrospectively. Does Darwin's attitude about that book being late mean anything now? No, because Darwin is the one who's late now. Darwin is dead. None of his attitudes or, any of these problems, they don't mean anything anymore. Those books are still in print and selling hundreds of thousands of copies worldwide. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why those books are selling so well when other books fade into obscurity. But yeah, that's awesome. I saw that clip and I just laughed and shook my head. Darwin Cook, Ethan can't get his shit together. You motherfucker. First of all, you draw like that, Darwin. I draw like this. No, not like this, but like that. It takes a while, and I was busy. I didn't know I was going to have to work on Green Lantern #1. Jeff told me I had to work on Green Lantern #1 while I was still working on Green Lantern Rebirth #6, and I didn't know I was going to have to rush through those pages and be a part of that book. But Jeff knew that my name was getting really big because of Green Lantern Rebirth, and he wanted to put my name on the front cover of Green Lantern #1. And that's all that was. It was a favor to Jeff. Holy shit. Ratchild78. It's funny looking back at that stuff. Ratchild78 says, looking great, Ethan. Looking forward to reading the finished Rainbow the Brute. Also bought some toys, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we'll get those out around the same time. Jack Jekyll, thanks for $5. Yeah. You should try to do a Geiger cover for Jeff E. I have not spoken to Jeff since 2018. I would love to talk to Jeff, but I don't know. You know, I'm just leaving him alone. I'm staying away from everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm radioactive. I don't want to come near anybody like that is like trying to make a go of things. I don't want anybody to have to explain their friendship with me that isn't also of like mind. Jeff is not really a conservative. Like, he has some conservative views, but like he's mostly a liberal. Neon Knight Rider says, for the record, it's Green Lantern Secret Files, not number 1. Yeah, but number 1 had to come out for that book to come out, I believe. The only book that the only thing that Darwin Cook and I both worked on together was Green Lantern. That's it. I never worked anywhere near him for any other reason. So that's what that was. Yeah, he was in the Secret Files book. Have you spoken to Dan DiDio since 2018? No. No, I have not. But I would love to. I mean, listen. It doesn't matter what they think of me. I want to think kindly of them. So I don't even want to know. Like, I don't want to talk to Jeff, because what if I talk to Jeff and Jeff is just like, go fuck yourself? Last time I saw Jeff was like, I saw him at a convention, and I got a nice hug from him and everything. He came away from the table to talk to me. That was nice. Before that, like, Andrea and I went to DC Comics in LA to take a couple of meetings, and Jeff was like the usual, like taking me around, showing me everything. This is the writing room and everything. But one thing he said to me that stuck with me was like, he laughed at me. He looked at me and he laughed at me, and he's like, "What happened to you? What are you doing?" And I was like, "Huh?" And I thought he meant like my tattoos and everything that I had gotten. And I looked different. I had a big beard and everything. I looked different than I used to look. Walking around with Andrea, you know, Ava was there, little baby Ava. And he said, "What happened to you? What are you doing?" And I had no idea what he was talking about. But since then, I think what he was talking about were my radical right-wing politics that were on display. I think that's what he meant back then, but I had no idea that that's what he meant. I thought he meant just the way I looked, because he said, "What happened to you?" Anyway, so like I'd rather think nice thoughts. I don't want like to talk to Jeff and find out that things aren't good. I'd rather just go, let's leave things the way that they are. Does that make sense? Yeah, Taxi says, Dan DiDio still says nice things about you. I saw in an interview. Dan absolutely loved me, and he went to bat for me, but as much as he could. And I love Dan too. I really did. He was great, man. He ran DC Comics. He knew what he was doing. And those are good times that'll never come back, you know? They'll just never be the same. Sheena Lee Willie says, "Why are you like this, Ethan?" For all the reasons which I've just elucidated. That's why I'm like this. Anonymous says, "Well, Jeff has never said a bad word about EVS publicly, so that's something." Yeah, let's leave it like that. Seriously. Let's just leave it like that. I mean, to me, that's respectful, especially considering some of the people that I considered to be my best friends were so quick to turn on me. Jeff just quietly turned his back, which is the best that I can expect, you know. Other people, on the other hand, like Dave Finch, have actually stood by me. Dave Finch said, he's my friend. I'm not going to say anything bad about Ethan. Again, which is just like, you know, means a lot. I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing. But he's got the clout to do that. Like, Dave Finch has the clout to be able to just be like, I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do? Cancel me? I'm Dave Finch. All right. Hey, baby. You coming down? Ava's coming downstairs now, which is what she does. No, she's not. She's walked right back upstairs again. The boy, 1885 says, Dave Finch recommends drawing through Bridgman twice to learn anatomy. Do you recommend the same? I've never done it. And yeah, if it's what Dave Finch recommends, then I'm just gonna agree with him, because I love the way Dave Finch does anatomy, muscles. He's just great. He's close to Keown. Dale Keown is the master, and I think Dave would agree that I don't think anybody's better than Dale Keown. But Dave Finch is up there. He's really great. I'm more of a cartoonist, I think, in a sense. At least I feel like one right now. All my Rainbow the Brute pages. And I will still say that this sequence is like top notch. One of the best I've ever done. This whole page, it might be the best page in the book. And it's simple, but you know, Rainbow the Brute's behavior here and the bear's behavior is so funny. The tear, and then like the boiling, quiet, dignified anger is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. These pages are good. I don't know how many of them sold, but I think a bunch of them pre-sold, so I don't think that many of them did, though. So I'll get to keep a couple of these. Yeah, him like belching here is fantastic. Big crooked teeth. This page is gonna go. Somebody's gonna. Might be the best page in the book now, just because of the spanking scene is so good. Yeah, we got Smirkette. Crying bear. Fight sequence. I'm trying to keep it big and open. Like I gotta say, like, I really like the 3 panels per page. Big, fat, juicy panels with even storytelling. So I'm doing that as much as I can. Big splash page of the atomic elbow. Another splash page in action here. What's up, babes? You coming down to be with me? What you doing? Okay. You want to play with Star Wars? What am I doing here? You want me to buy something?
That's okay.
Ava, this is $60. What in the world? 824. Ava, this is your mom's account. I can't do this. You've got to ask your mommy.
Oh.
Yeah. What is it? What are these?
6.
Yeah, but you have to ask your mom to put her password there. You're hooked up to her bank account, not mine. $60. They really get these kids, because all these autistic kids have iPads, and it's like, here are all these activities and websites, and they charge by the month or the year, and it's like, what do you, like, Dad, will you sign in and buy this? It's like $60 for like some crayon game. Ridiculous. All right. Yeah, because it doesn't just stop there. Today, that's what it is. But then tomorrow, it's something else. Yeah, it's like a lot. And then, like, we'll just sit there and go through and, like, what is all this? There are, like, 800 things that we've signed up for Ava. Unsubscribe, unsubscribe. It's all stuff she doesn't even use anymore. Does she like Legos? Yeah, kind of. Not so much. She loves the Jabba sail barge. Loves it. She'll stand over there. The sail barge is right. It's right over there. So she'll stand over there and just take it apart, play with the action figures, and my attitude is I don't care. Like all my toys are hers. They're all tools for her development. She can do whatever she wants. It's all hers. Destroy it. But she doesn't. She just takes the action figures out, and she'll steal Jabba the Hutt and take Jabba the Hutt up to her bedroom and just hang out with Jabba the Hutt. I'll find him with her other toys. Ethan, they have Gabby Dollhouse Lego set. Oh. Yeah, she might like that. She likes Gabby's Dollhouse. And I thought I was going to get her something for Christmas, but you know what? Like, they don't have... Gabby's Dollhouse is hard to find. It's hard to find. Like, there isn't, like, a new Gabby's Dollhouse that... For the movie that just came out, there isn't one. They made like a van or something like that, but they didn't make a new dollhouse, which is what she would have wanted. Ugh. Yeah, the in-game purchases thing. The problem with it is that, again, you have to tell your autistic kid no. I don't understand that. Like, what do you mean? It costs money. What's money? Get into these conversations with your kid. They just want the game. I play with my toys. I'm not pretentious like Shane, says Slam and Brandon. Yeah, I mean, I always say to Shane, like, you let Pterodactyl play with your toys, right? Your Godzilla collection, you're letting her get in there. I hope. And he doesn't answer me, which I think means no. He doesn't let her get in there. A little Elvis from the 70s.
in love tonight.
This is a good album. Like Elvis is Almost in Love is really good. I don't know what year this came out, but I think it might be his last really good album.
I'm almost in love
All the way through, great songs.
and here under the spell of evening I long
This is good lounge music to drink to while playing video games. Makes me think of Mad Men.
I'm almost in love tonight.
When was the last time I talked to Trent Kanuga? I talked to him maybe last year. You know. Yeah, I did hear. Good for us. We got Maduro. I love that. I love, not getting into pointless conflicts, just using the military to exercise our will for the good of the world. It's awesome. In and out. Let's get it done. A lot of people are turning on Trump. Not me. Not me. I'm very proud of him. They said, oh, we're not MAGA anymore. Okay, guys. We got to stop the drugs from coming in here. And any of these people who are sending drugs in here, make that part of their country's business, we got to destroy them.
Searching till the early dawn for that long-legged girl with a short dress on. Riding trucks, bikes and skis, sailing lakes and boats and seas. Driving wagons, cars and jeeps, walking stilts and 10-foot leaps. Working till the early dawn for that long-legged girl with a short dress on. And everywhere it goes, she's bound to go. She's fine, it's just too bad she's a traveling kind. So fine, I just can't rest till I make her mine. Tennessee, Mexico, Waikiki, rain and shine, sleet and snow, searching high, everything from the bar. That young-legged girl with the short dress on, she's fine. It's just too bad she's traveling.
No, I didn't skip a track. It was on random and it jumped ahead to a different album. So I went back. This is track 2. Nice bit of rock and roll. Sounded like early 60s Elvis. And then you got this. Edge of Reality, which is a crazy Elvis song.
I walk along a thin line, darling. Dark shadows follow me. Here's where life's dream lies disillusion. The edge of reality. Oh, I can
Scott Adams looking bad, says Geronimo. Yeah, it's interesting to watch him. I appreciate his taking us on this journey as he wraps up his life. Death is coming for all of us. The older you get, the more you recognize your own mortality, you know? Wow, I got a $20 super chat. I'll read that in a bit.
She drove me to the point of madness, the brink of misery. If she's not real, then I am condemned to the edge of reality. On the edge of reality, she sits there tormenting me, the girl with the nameless name. On the edge of reality, when she overpowers me with fears that I can't explain. She drove me to the point of madness.
All right, let's see. Joe Wanowski, thanks for $20. Thoughts on Papa Smirk instead of Patriarch? Yeah, it's going to be Papa Smirk. Think older Razor Ramon, chest hair, toothpick, machismo, hey yo Chico, that sort of thing. Don't know if WWF callback fits or too late to incorporate. Excited for the lunchbox regardless. Thank you for that. Papa Smirk, great idea, but you're spelling it wrong. It's S-M-E-R-K. I mean C. S-M-E-R-C. Smirk. Thank you for $20, by the way. Appreciate that. Mortal Rising Comic Book says, thanks for the Elvis. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like I said, I love this album. It's called Almost in Love. I think it's from like 73. People don't talk about Elvis's 70s stuff aside from like his live material. But this whole album is like every song is all over the place. Everything sounds different. It's a nice variety.
Somewhere far away, and maybe not so far away, a child has grown into a woman. I assume this knowing that she knew so much of life at such a tender age. I learned from her the whispered things the big boys like to talk about. The thrill and disappointment, fear and shame that first love brings. But oh, how I thought I loved her.
Yeah, I like that. He's getting high as fuck. Good for him. Go out the way that you want. You can't be too sad about it. It's like, yeah, we're like, it's his turn. It's his turn to go meet Jesus. I'll miss him. He's a lot of fun to listen to, but that's life, I guess. Was Suspicious Minds on this or after? Suspicious Minds was like 1969 or 68 or 69. This one has a little less conversation. The next song is a little less conversation. So it does have a couple of big hits on it.
less conversation, a little more action. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me. A little more bite, a little less spark. A little less fight and a little more spark. Close your mouth and open up your heart and make it satisfy me. Satisfy me, baby. Baby, close your eyes and listen to the music.
Elvis' favorite, Kentucky Rain. Oh, yeah.
It's a groovy night and I can show you how to use it. Come on.
Yeah, I love it all.
Less conversation, a little more action. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me. A little more bite, a little less spark. A little less fight and a little more spark. Set your mouth and open up your heart and never satisfy me. Satisfy me, baby. Come on, baby, I'm tired of talking. Grab your coat and let's start walking. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Don't procrastinate, don't articulate. Girl, it's getting late. You just sit and wait around. A little less conversation, a little more action. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me.
If you're watching right now, please consider clicking on the link and backing Rainbow the Brute. Back the campaign. It's late, but don't worry. It's coming. And don't miss out. It's still live. But we will be taking it down probably next month. We're going to bring that campaign to a close. So if you think this looks pretty cool, go back the campaign and thanks. Also consider donating to my coffee.
Look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy.
Yes, it is now.
It's called rubbernecking, baby, but that's all right with me. Stop, look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy.
Yes, it is now.
It's called rubbernecking, baby, but that's all right with me. Some people say I'm wasting time. They don't really know. But see what I like out and give me such a first thing in the morning, last thing at night. I look, stare everywhere, I see everything inside. Look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy.
Yes, it is now.
It's called rubbernecking, baby, but that's all right with me. People say I'm wasting time, yeah, but I don't really care. I see what I like what I see, and it gives me such a sitting on the back porch, all by myself. Low key energy, I'm with somebody else.
Captain Rag, NV Rag. Got mine, Ethan, but I'm seriously considering another lunchbox park now that we're close to the finish. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. It'd be cool to get that campaign up to 600,000. Let's get ready to close these out, get them fulfilled. Hey, Larry Romano. Yeah, good vibes, right? Starting off the new year right.
Back porch preacher preaching at me, acting like he wrote the golden rule, shaking his fist and screeching at me, shouting from his soapbox like a fool. On Sunday morning he's lying in bed with his eyes all red and divine. His head wishing he was dead, where he ought to be heading for Sunday school. Clean up your home back home. Oh, don't you hand me none of your lies. Clean up your everybody how they ought to be. Come closing time most every night. He loves it tight and out through the lights, and he does all the sudden and he cheats on his wife with his
This album is called Almost in Love. It's great. I recommend it. Elvis is Almost in Love. You know what? Because it makes me think of Mad Men. It's just good lounge music and then some rock and roll like this. What's your opinion on Country Joe and the Fish or Buffalo Springfield? Never a fan of either of those, really. I mean, the only song I know from Country Joe is the big one. 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for?
I'm a U.S. male because I was born in a Mississippi town on a Sunday morning. Now, Mississippi just happens to occupy a place in the southeastern portion of this here United States. Now, that's a matter of fact, buddy. You know it well. So I just call myself the U.S. male. That's M-A-L-E, son. That's me. Now, I said all that to say all this. I've been watching the way you've been watching my mess. For the last 3 weeks, you've been hot on her trail. You kind of upset this U.S. mail. You touch her once with your greasy hands, I'm gonna stretch your neck like a long rubber band. She's wearing a ring, and I bought it on sale.
I do take requests as Captain Comics. Have you ever gotten sick of art? No, I love to draw.
I'm gonna tell it like it is, son. I catch you messing around that woman of mine. I'm gonna lay one on you. You talking to the U.S. mail, the American U.S. mail. Eyes that hide the man within. See behind the eyes of other men. You've lived and died and come to life again.
Hey, Captain V. Rag says, and a very happy and prosperous New Year to you and your family. 70 months as a member. Wow, thank you for your continued support. Oh, I really appreciate it. Thank you. And the same to you and your family. Really appreciate my loyal fans. Simon Brandon, do you have Instagram? I do. Ethan.vanskyver. Okay. Ethan.vanskyver on Instagram. Berserker Pride says, I like how the horse is canonically American. Lol. Yeah, when we make the action figure, though, you're going to be able to switch out the flags. So, you know, if you're from Ireland or something, the UK, he can have a Union Jack or something, you know.
Baby, just don't lie there. Baby, please don't stare. I can't help if I feel this way. Oh, baby, I've been crying. Ooh, I've been trying. This very love I tried to say. Always made me promises you knew you'd never keep. When you said you'd phone and didn't, you knew I'd lose some sleep. Tried to understand you, I did the best I could. Girl, I can't keep loving you the way I said I would. Slip away, slip
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone who's joining. Trying a little Rainbow the Brute this morning. I hope puts you in the right frame of mind to enter the weekend. If you're enjoying it, please consider sending a coffee, a donation to my coffee, or a super chat, or backing one of my campaigns, or going to eBay. Any number of ways that you can help out. This music just makes me want to drink. Baby, where are you? Come down here and disco dance with me. I miss you.
Oh, your friends are trying to tell you that I'm the hurt
Where are you?
What they really ought to tell you is they're jealous 'cause you're mine and you go on forever. How baby, when they see what a beautiful you can bet I am never going nowhere without you, baby. You can bet I'm never gonna find. You can bet I'm never going nowhere without you, baby. You can bet I'm never gonna find.
Yeah, you do need one of those. You see Ava coming out here? You see him hiding and stuff?
When you fall in love with someone, just make sure that her love is true. 'Cause love has a way of spinning you round, lifting you up and letting you down. When you give your dreams to someone, just make sure they're a dream or two. 'Cause dreams have a way of being alright. They'll scare you to death in the middle of the night. You'll be singing, be still, 'cause we can make it. Oh, be still, 'cause we can take it. When you give your all to someone, just make sure that there's no one else. For so many people are left alone. All they ever do is cry on their own. When you give your soul to someone, just make sure
Oh, yeah, I mean,
that they're giving theirs too. 'Cause the soul is only a tiny little part. That's when the soul comes straight from the heart. They say,
what, babe?
'cause we can make it.
This is regular pie now. You want to play it? Yeah.
'Cause we can take it.
All right. We're live streaming. We got a camera on. Boom. Doing this. Got music going. Rainbow the Brute. What do you think? You want to say hi to everybody? You don't? You can say hi. Say hi. Nobody's going to... I'm not turning the camera on you. You can say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There you go. You have to understand, you're Queen Andrea, you're Aunt Andrea. People love you. You can say hi to them. Say, look at this. Hi, Auntie Andrea. Camera is this way. But you look good. You could go on camera right now. I won't do that too. But you do look good. Howdy, Miss Shy Girly. Somebody just said. You know what we could do today? We could just chill. We could watch a movie. We could drink a little wine. We have a nice day today. A little wine, not a lot of wine. But, you know, the holiday's over Sunday. Kids are back in school and everything's back to normal again. We could watch like a classic. We could watch a Cary Grant movie. Or an Ava Gardner movie. We got them all. Yeah, good. Everybody's saying hi to you. Angela says she's always beautiful. It's so gay how much Ethan clearly loves his wife. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for putting up with Ethan. We love you for it. Hi, Andrea. A lot of hellos to you. You can come say. Okay. The flag is backwards on the horse. Flip it. It isn't. Ask any Marine. The flag's got to go this way. Okay? That's just the way it is. And they get angry about it, too. I had it the other way, and I was wrong. I learned something. You can just sit if you want to hang out on the couch. Oh, okay. I just like it when you're down here. Look at this one hair. This is how you know your husband is expert level. So you've got the normal flow of his hair, and then you got this one hair right here. That's too real. That is too real. That makes the whole thing better. Got messages coming in here through email. What's up, Eric? Cantu, hello. People reaching me through all different means. How'd you sleep last night? Okay. Kind of rough. If we don't hear from Andrea, we think she has left Ethan. Oh, she's right here. Andrea is very private. She's quiet. I would say shy, maybe a little bit. Ethan, seriously, the flag is reversed. Stars are always moving forward. No, it's the other way around. Stars are in the back. I'm almost positive. Because I got corrected about it. I instinctively, I want to turn it this way. But no, it goes this way. Oh no, they're mints. I don't have gum down here, unfortunately.
Wishes come so easily. Wish I could stay with you.
Hello, Vito. Steven Hunter. Ethan, what's your P.O. box? Got you something for Christmas. Oh, and then my dad passed. I did not get to mail it. I'm sorry to hear that. My P.O. box is 607 Marlton, New Jersey, 08053. Rest in peace to your father. I'm really sorry to hear about that. I will marry you.
I'll be right back.
Okay, love. Numlock says Ethan is drawing the flag correctly. Thank you. Yeah, I understand. I know what you're saying, but I've had military correct me over it. Yeah, I got my mellow lounge music on. Numlock is wrong for the position of that flag. Flank of neck is reversed. USMC. I'm just going to erase the flag. I don't want to make a mistake, and I'm not sure. We did dance. I'm just going to listen to you guys. I wouldn't even know how to Google it. Angela Schmalky says, yes, the flag is correct. I should just take it off.
Do you ever need someone to hold the night? Did music ever fill your soul? My spinning mind just knows what's right. Did you ever dream of loving at first sight?
Oh, Cecil's talking about having a baby with Juju? That's inevitable. I mean, that's the problem with dating a younger girl. You can't deny her that. She's got to have a baby.
And wiser men in love have walked away, but I'm strong enough to stay. A fool in love will walk his way. Could we ever stop to think for just a day? You are the closest thing to heaven. The greatest thing that happened to my life. And no one else could
Hi, baby. What do you want? Are they Hershey Kisses? Oh, I ate all the special dark chocolates out of there. Because I'm reading everywhere like chocolate, dark chocolate is good for you. Well, that's what I read, so. And I ate 2 of Kaylee's cookies. Kaylee is like cooking lately. She's baking cookies all the time now. And they're good, too. Cecil and Juju want to have a baby. Well, Juju wants to have a baby with Cecil. That's the new scandal. Cecil told me, he said, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can have another baby. I think he should, though. He's like 54. I mean, he's physically capable of doing it. Robert De Niro did it. But, you know, at 54, you'd like to think that, like, that part of your life is past. Like, a little tiny baby is not a thing. That grandkids, you know. But, you know, listen, he's dating, like, a younger woman. She's got to... If he's serious, he's got to... If he's serious and he's going to stay with Juju, in my opinion, it's none of my business. He's got to give that girl a baby. Chat, Cecil has to give Juju a baby. Put a 1 in there if the answer is yes, 2 if it's no. See how we discuss each other's business and make it a matter of voting with the chat? 1 if a baby, 2 if no baby. He doesn't need to. A lot of 1s. A lot of 1s. Because you got to do that. Like, you know. If you don't do it, then she's going to miss her window to have a baby. And money shows up. It does show up. I know Cecil's worried about that, but God will provide. good today. What did you say? Yeah, those are good. I have, you know what I have? I have peanut butter cups in the freezer. Did you eat all those? The other ones? Did you? Okay, so I just have, just so you know, my whole bag of Christmas tree peanut butter cups is in the freezer. If you want them, I know they're your favorite. They have the, we got the York peppermint patties upstairs that I like, but I think I'm the only one that likes those in the house. Yeah, so I'm probably going to get those. You can have those if you want them. You poor girl. Yeah, put a bun in that oven. That is correct. I'd be so happy. I really would be happy to see that. And Anna is trying to have baby number 2. She said this year, baby number 2. Can you imagine? Comic skate just having babies left and right. We need to, yeah, raise the birth rate. A rally in it says that must hurt to part with those. What, the peanut butter cups? That's Andrea's thing. Andrea likes the peanut butter cups. I'm okay about them. Can you get in there? No. Like there's a latch like on the side. Here, I'll show you. That's to prevent Ava from getting in there. You see, slide it back and then it unclicks. Yeah. Frozen peanut butter cups. I don't think it gets better than that. Andrea's getting them. Okay, you can have them all. I don't care. What? His Christmas commercial where he's Santa Claus singing Grease. I love that he's doing that. For the longest time, like, John Travolta had an attitude problem about dancing. Like, he's like, I'm not going to dance anymore. I don't want to dance. And it's like, I mean, I guess I get it, but it was great to see him do Saturday Night Fever as Santa Claus and then Grease as Santa Claus. Sounds like he's getting a sense of humor in his old age. Ethan has bad takes and views on lots of things. What the hell? Like what? I think I have good taste and a clear understanding of most media that most of you could benefit from if you'd listen to me. Yeah, the Barbie movie was good. The Barbie movie was like illustrative of how retarded almost everybody is. Like, you know, Ben Shapiro, Ben Shapiro talking about how that movie was about man-hating made me disrespect him. Pigs don't need it because they don't know how. Says, make it the Confederate flag. Can't mess that up. Thanks for $2. Probably not going to do that, though. Ethan, what's your next concert? Andrew and I are going to go see El DeBarge next Thursday, which is my choice. Like, I'm a big fan of El DeBarge. I wanted to go see him. He's doing a limited tour. Other than that, we don't really have too many concert plans this year. I'd like to go see Hall & Oates, or Daryl Hall anyway. We've seen him twice. I would go see him again. Eldebarge isn't lip syncing. I watched some of his last show on YouTube. He sounds great, and it's real. She's just up there with a piano. Ethan, take Andrea to see Cannibal Corpse. You want to go see Cannibal Corpse, babe? She made that Italian gesture with her hand and said, I never heard of them. So I don't think so. I don't think she wants to see them. Ethan, take your wife to lunch this afternoon. Be nice. Okay. That sounds good. The guitarist for Cannibal Corpse was just found with bodies in his basement. Oh, so his tour probably isn't going to happen. Is that true? Nice. I would love to see El DeBarge. My next concert is Flock of Seagulls in March, says Mr. Bijou. Flock of Seagulls would be good. Go see them. Andrea probably likes Nine Inch Nails okay, but not that much. I don't think we'd go see them. We just want quiet. I think we're at the point where, you know, we want to go to concerts that are kind of chill. Tears for Fears was last year. They were on tour. We would have gone to see them, but we couldn't. We missed them. Can't remember why we missed that show. Oh, you know who's coming is Culture Club. Boy George and Culture Club are coming in February, and I think I would go to that show. That's pretty gay. But pretty big '80s band. If it's Culture Club and not just Boy George, but the original group, yeah, you got to go. I'll tumble for ya. So the flag moving forward, the stars lead the way. Is that right? Okay, I got it. I understand now. So on the other side, the stars, the flag's going to be flipped. I got it. You hear her up there? I'll watch a movie with you today. Whatever you want. You're tired? Is that what you said? I could take like the afternoon and just hang out. Hear that kid? She stomps. Do you want me to go up and cook like bacon and eggs and everything for her? She likes that. She likes when I cook bacon and eggs. I'll do it. I'm almost done here. Okay. I just want to say thanks to you guys for being here. Thank you for super chats. Thanks for the coffee donations, and thanks to those of you who backed Rainbow the Brute. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'll be back tonight late for Trashcast or something like that. It'll be a live stream, regular live stream. But appreciate you guys. Have a great Saturday. Go do something fun. Bye.